Hello, welcome back to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. My name is Margaret. If you're new here, I am a reselling homeschooling mom that flips things on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms to help support my family. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how we can thrift smarter to sell things on eBay. So the goal, obviously, for selling things on eBay is to make money or perhaps get rid of the things you have. But in this video, we're focusing on what we can do when we're out thrifting or at garage sales to figure out what kinds of things we should buy and sell on eBay. I really want to start honing in on things that are going to sell more quickly and for a higher profit. That is also to say that I will still pick up things. For example, I'm still going through my inventory, re-inventorying my inventory. And so like when I got this big giant tote of buttons at a garage sale for $25, I did not sit there and look up every single button and decide what's the sell-through rate and blah, 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 blah. No. I knew over time I was going to make a lot of money on these buttons, which I have, and I knew that they would be easy to list, easy to ship, easy to store. I love it. There's lots of different strategies when you're reselling, so I just wanted to preface that in this video because I'm not saying that this is the only way that I do this, but if we are both trying to get more things to sell quickly because we want that income rolling in, then this is one of the ways to do this. As I'm thrifting, one of the things that I like to look at are coffee mugs. They can sell really well, and depending on the brand, they can sell for a lot of money. Sometimes they sit, sometimes they sell quickly. But one thing to remember is that there are always trends in mugs. So as with anything else, it's really smart to double check things because some of these mugs that I would have picked up in a heartbeat before, now when I look them up, maybe are not such good sellers. And so I don't want to continue to pick those same mugs up. First up is this brand called Denby, and Denby can sell for a lot of money. They make plates, bowls, whole sets, mugs, what have you. And they can sell for a lot of money depending on what it is. So the mug that I find here is not a big seller, but this is where I want to encourage you not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because this is an opportunity. When you're searching that mug, you've already got it pulled up, you're already looking at your solds, you've probably got it sorted from highest to lowest as far as price. Take a moment to see what from that brand is selling for a lot of money. So you've got that kind of tucked away in the back of your head. So if you see it again, it will pop up and you'll think, oh, you know what? I remember this one. Let me double check that. When I searched Denby mugs, the one that I'm looking for that's there in front of me isn't one that I can really find that's selling for a lot. But when I look at Terapeak at Denby mug, I see that there's a 17% sell-through rate, which is not amazing. But when I'm looking at the Denby products, I'm noticing that there's one that continues to pop up, and that's holly. So when I do my research, I come and I type in Denby holly, and then that will show me that, okay, this particular Denby item maybe isn't something I can sell, that's going to sell quickly or for a lot, but let me scan the shelves again real quick. Do I see any Denby holly print items, whether mugs, plates, bowls, 63% sell-through rate with a $44 average sold price? This way, when I'm already doing my research, I can just take a quick look at something else from that brand that I know will sell. The next brand is Fox Pottery. They do make some things that sell really well. However, the sell-through rate on these is not amazing. This is one of those times where I have to decide whether or not sell-through rate really matters to me, because Fox Pottery makes a Death Wish coffee mug and they can sell for a lot of money. So here you see the Death Wish coffee pumpkin cauldron mug sold for $60, and there are a few of them. So normally this would be enough for me to go ahead and pick it up because I see that there are a few that have sold. So Death Wish coffee, that's a brand that I kind of keep in the back of my mind already. But then I'm also noticing that this Ohio Renaissance Festival pottery mug has been selling repeatedly as well. When I look up Fox Pottery Death Wish mug, you'll see that the sell-through rate is 21% and the average sold price is $37. So if you're trying to get your sell-through rate above 50%, then this might not be one that you want to pick up. I would probably go ahead and pick it up because I don't mind it sitting a little longer, and I would really like that huge profit range. So you have to weigh that when you are deciding, because some people are very strict about their sell-through rate. And so you just have to decide what kind of seller you are, and if you're going to go strictly by sell-through rate, or if there is a certain profit margin. Say you get this mug for $5 and you're like, oh, that's a $40 profit margin. I don't mind waiting 3 months for it to sell. I can sit it on the shelf and it's fine. Next up is Life is Good. This was a bolo for years. This was a brand, and mugs, pretty much anything Life is Good was flying off the shelves. But this is one that now you have to pick and choose which Life is Good mug, bag, shirt, what have you, is worth picking up. Here is a brand new Life is Good golf mug that sold for $11.96. That's not something I'm going to pick up. And when I researched that on Terapeak, Life is Good golf mug, it has a 5% sell-through rate with an average sold price of $10. I don't want that wasting away on my shelf. But what I will do, since I am here already, is I want to still see what from Life is Good is still selling. And the thing that I noticed that is still selling are the bags. There's a Life is Good sailing tote bag. There's another one, Life is Good sea bags. So when I come over and I search Life is Good sea bags, suddenly we're looking at a 50% sell-through rate at an average sold price of $71. So while I'm not going to pick up the mugs, if I see the Life is Good bag, I'm going to pick that up. So hopefully you can see just by, you're already looking it up. Say you've got your phone there, you're looking it up at the Goodwill or the thrift store, where have you, and you were typing in Life is Good, sold listings, sorting them, doesn't look great, right? All you have to do is take off mug and just search by that brand, see what pops up, see what's coming up multiple times, and then you can decide like, okay, this is a brand, just take it out of my memory banks, or okay, replace mug with bag and we can continue on. Knowledge is power, you guys. I don't know how many times I can say this. The more you can get in your brain about what to find, what to look for, what to pick up, the better you're going to be when you're out, and the more efficient when you're thrifting you're going to be. The next thing I find is this Dilbert mug. Again, Dilbert used to be a hot commodity. Mugs, shirts, anything Dilbert would sell really, really well. Not so much anymore. Here we've got this Dilbert technology mug that has sold for $14 and for $3. Not amazing. Let's look at the sell-through rate just for funsies, even though you and I already know where this is going. So this has an 18% sell-through rate with an average sold price of $8.50. I don't want it on my shelf. Again, I do want to check, is it all Dilbert stuff or is it just the mugs that aren't selling? So there are things from Dilbert that sell. These are like book lots. If you've got like so many books of his, I'm noticing that the Dilbert calendars, those tear-off calendars, were selling over and over again. So when I went and looked that up, then I saw a 72% sell-through rate and a $15 average sold price. While that's not huge, it's still something. They're selling pretty quickly, and it doesn't seem to matter what the year is, 2018, 22, 21, 19. So that's an option too if you see that out. The next brand we're looking at here is Time and Table. This one, when you are searching for it, it matters whether or not you put the and word or the ampersand, because for whatever reason it will affect the search. And with this brand, there are again some that sell phenomenally and there are some that don't sell very well at all. So it is really worth looking up. They tend to be the black ones with the patterns that do really well. So let's take a look at the mug that I found versus the kind of things from this brand that sell for a lot of money. Here I've got the ampersand for Time and Table, and you'll see down here the sell-through rate is 7.69%. And then if I change it to the word spelled out and, then the sell-through rate changes to 20%. Just looking at the brand Time & Table, you can see that the sell-through rate is 66%, which is phenomenal, and the average sold price is $43. So depending on what it is, generally it'll be a good bet. But when I'm looking up Time & Table, generally, again, the things that are selling more quickly and for a lot of money are the Time & Table black ceramic, say like ceramic with the black and white designs. There's this one with the geometric designs. There's the black with the gold. Here are the polka dots and then the stripes. So generally those black and white designs from Time & Table are going to be really hot sellers. The next thing I find is Sur La Table, and that is a kitchen store, and it's very expensive. So when I saw this mug, I thought, okay, we might be onto something here. Sur La Table is a really good brand, but this mug, not so much. And again, I don't find any in my Terapeak research either. So this could go one of two ways. Either this is an item that I really shouldn't pick up because there's none and it's not selling or what have you. Or I could look at it as there are none up and this is something I can set my price for, because if somebody's looking for it and mine is the only one that's up there, I can pretty much ask what I want. So at this point, what I do is I take out the Cafe Paris and I do a quick scroll through to see what do I notice over and over again on my high-priced items. And what I am noticing are these pépines, Sur La Table, the rooster chicken one. So I come over and I'm just gonna come in and type in pépine. This way I've got one thing in the back of my mind for Sur La Table, that is the rooster. So when I see anything rooster that says Sur La Table, I'll know it's got a 76 sell-through rate, 62 average sold price. It could be a covered bowl, plates, mugs, anything of that nature. If I see that rooster in Sur La Table, I know, okay, I'm looking at money. And next is this Starbucks ice cream bowl. Starbucks is a brand that can sell really, really well depending on what it is, or sit forever depending on what it is. So with Starbucks, I look it up. With Starbucks ice cream bowls, if you've got the set of them, 4 or sometimes more, they can go for a lot of money. So I'm seeing $64 here for a set of 4, $57 here for the set of 3. There are a number here that have sold for a really good price. When I look at Terapeak, it's got a 35% sell-through rate at $38.41. This would probably be a pickup for me, even though we want it to be closer to $50 or above. But with the average sell-through price of $38, if I pick these up, say if I got a set of them for $5, then I'm looking at about a $30 profit, $25 to $30 in that price range profit on this item. So I don't mind sitting on them. I'm guessing at a 35% sell-through rate. You might be looking at 6 to 9 months, possibly, waiting for them to sell. But for higher amounts of profit, I don't mind waiting. I hope walking you through this process of trying to figure out strategies for picking things up from thrift stores and garage sales helps, because my goal ultimately is that we be as successful as possible selling online. If you don't know anything about my story, reselling on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms truly has changed my life. It took me from a really tough marriage and being able to get out of a bad marriage and be able to support myself and my children. So this is something I know is possible because I have done it for myself. And I know that there are some of you out there, whether you're trying to make more money in retirement, maybe you're in the same situation where you're trying to just get some extra money for yourself for whatever reason. I know it's possible, and if in any way I can help you achieve those goals, then I want to be able to do that. So thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video.